birthright, but then also the blessing. Do you remember in the story of the blessing when Rebecca put the skin on him? Yeah, that's right. And he was actually, fooled into thinking that was Esau, because even in this time, especially with Black Americans, so-called Black American Judites, the mother and the son is like two butt cheeks. They're very tight. But the father and the boys are not tight. So that lets you know, even in that time, if you look at the so-called white man, him and his boys are like tight. When they're in the hospital and they have a little boy, they be happy. Why? Because he understands that his legacy is going forward. His name is going forward in the earth, right? His legacy is going to go forward through his progeny, through his children, right? So that's why even in the story in the scriptures, Isaac and Esau were tight. So Rebecca actually co-conspired, right? And do you know the scriptures actually says that was lawful in the book of Romans? I'll get it real quick. Because a lot of people would say that was deception. That was wrong. But what does the Bible say? I'll get it real quick. What? Huh? Give me some. Give me some. Give me some. This is my car right here. Give me some.
Romans 9.
Romans 9. Hey, I was about to go into the account of how they were chosen to play these roles according to election. And he knew exactly where I was going in the scriptures. Hey, because the Lord's people are being gathered together through his word, right? It says that in Romans 8 and 16, it is the spirit that bears witness with our spirit that we're the children of God. So we're not going to be gathered together by a skin color, a language, a one land. We're going to be gathered together through this word. Why? Because the Lord's people are scattered in every land, speaking every tongue. Therefore, this is what's going to gather the Lord's people. If you can believe in this, wherever you're at, like it says in Isaiah 11:10, the Lord is going to gather his people from Cush, Pathros, Amos 9:9. He's going to sift us from among the Gentiles. Right? Are the Lord's people in China? Yes. Are the Chinese the Lord's people? No. Are the Lord's people in the land of Ham, Africa? Yes. Are the Hamites the Lord's people? No. Because our people are scattered among these other nations. And we're going to be gathered. This is the power and the mercy. Because a lot of times people will say, no, you're too dark. No, you're too light. No, you in this land. No, you speak that language.
I was going to ask if you were black only.
But, no, you see what I'm saying? But that's wicked. A black only Israelite. That's wicked as all hell. How are the Lord's people all going to be one color? That's the parable of the sower. You remember the parable of the sower where he sowed wheat among the tares?
Yeah. They fell, someone fell in the rock, someone in the...
Oh, I'm sorry, the parable of the wheat and tares.
Oh, the wheat and tares, yeah, they grew up together.
Yeah, they grew up together, and so even though they might look alike, just like a wheat and a tare, it's the spirit of a man. Correct. That's the essence of who you are. It don't matter if I look like a wheat, I could be a tare.
Correct.
Just like someone could look like a tare, and they could be wheat. That's above our strength to decide who is salvation for. This is why this word is so powerful. The preaching of the word that's how the Lord's people are going to be gathered, right? But just to go ahead and bring out this Romans 9 real quick, as it pertains to Esau and Jacob. All right, so it says, I'm going to start with Romans chapter 9 and 7. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, because we learned that in Vacation Bible School. Father Abraham had many sons. Abraham had 3 wives, Sarah, Keturah, and Hagar. And from those 3 wives, he had 8 sons, right? With Hagar, he had Ishmael. With Sarah, he had Isaac. And with Keturah, he had 6 other sons, right? So just because Abraham had many sons, does that mean that they're all chosen? No, it's a chosen seed of those sons, right? It says in Romans 9 and 7, it says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall their seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God, right? These other natural heathen, these other 18 nations, 17 nations that come out of Adam, it said that they're the children of the flesh, right? The children of God, that's only Israel and the elect, because 2/3 of Israel are going to be cut off and die on this side. as it pursuant to Zechariah 13 and 8. It says, that is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God. Jesus, that's what they tell you in the church. We're all God's children, right? No, it's let you know that we all are not God's children, right? It said these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed, right? Who was the promises made with? Genesis 17 and 9. Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, right? Isaac had a son named Jacob. Jacob's name would change to Israel. These are the 12 sons of Israel who this is pertaining to in this present time, right? It said, and not only this, but when Rebekah also conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children not being born, right? Because it said, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Why would he hate this little baby, right? It said, and not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said that what? The elder shall serve the younger. Right? We know which one came out first in Genesis 25 and 21. He came out red and hairy. They're not white, they're red. Right?